committed to going to Mankato to take them back. But they feel nice. They're not tight like jeans. And they're not heavy. For some reason, the top felt like I wanted to put them out. Oh, because I don't have story time and I don't have to bend over.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really low, and if I can sit, it doesn't move around. But I find when I'm doing pajama party, if I bend over, hello,
Yeah.
Miss
that makes
Kathryn.
sense.
So
I think they're ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Just go on.
All right. Welcome to an episode of Library Updates with Ulm Public Library. My name is April Eide. I'm the library director, and I have with me Kathryn Tatnall, our youth services librarian. We're ready to share some of our July events with you, July 2026. And so I'm going to have Kathryn kick us off and tell us how we're continuing with the summer reading program in July.
And that was what I was going to say. We are continuing with the summer reading program in July. So we currently are reading in week 4.
Wow.
I know.
That
June
happened
went
fast.
like that. And all the parents I say that to go, shh, don't think that. But unfortunately, it's true. It's moving very quickly. So if you have not already joined, you're welcome to join us at any point that you can make it into the library, and we'll explain everything that you need to do. And not starting at the beginning doesn't mean you don't get to finish. If you were to bring a reading record in that had 4 weeks done in July, you would still get your grand prize ticket, your book, your really cool dragon tattoo, and sticker, and you'd be entered into the grand prize, and you just have to finish in that time frame between August 3rd and August 8th. That's the most important week of the summer for me.
Yes.
And that's when all the reading records come back, young children, school-age children, and teens. They all come back at that same time. So we're doing really well. The kids are excited, and I'm excited every Monday to get the new prize out and the new stamp. And so, yeah, it's going really, really well, and I'm really, really pleased with the program this year.
Yeah, you've put on a great program, so thank you for all the work you put in.
Yeah.
People can imagine it takes a lot to plan a summer reading program. I think you started planning the minute the 2025 program ended. So.
Kind of. I've already looked at the 2027 themes from the different programs that are available. So, and I already have some suggestions for what we should do next year too. So that was kind of nice.
It's great.
Yeah. So programming in July is still happening. So story time is on Monday at 10:30, and that will go through July 27th. So that'll be our last summer story time, and we take August off, but we can talk about that in August. Pajama party is every Wednesday evening at 6:30. You are welcome to bring a stuffed animal, a blanket if you like. You can wear your pajamas. We have a preset music that we do and little activities that we do, but the story time changes each week. We have a new theme for story times each week, and so it's a lot of fun. Some kids don't know that they can bring a blanket, but you can. And that's going to go on through July 29th each Wednesday evening at 6:30. We have our STEM classes still happening.
A lot of fun.
Lots of fun. So July 8th is a Wednesday, and that's when Creative Kids will happen. That's for kids who are going into kindergarten and first grade this coming school year. And we're getting together 2 more times, so July 8th and July 22nd. Both times are at 2:30 we start, we end at 3:15, but you have to register for each one individually to attend. I need to know who's coming so I can have supplies for whatever we're going to do for that amount of kids. And also, it's kind of hard to go over a certain number of kids and still maintain order and have fun and be safe. So we do limit the class size. So if you'd like to come, please sign up. You can do that on our website, on our events page. It's really simple to pull that up, and you can get a whole month's view and go to each individual event. And if you click on the link within that description of the event, it will allow you to register. It's just 3 simple questions. The same for Wacky Wonders. Wacky Wonders is for the older kids who are going into 2nd and 5th grade, so 2nd through 5th. And we do the same thing. It's a 45-minute program, but that's on Thursdays in the summertime. So we're going to do that on July 2nd and July 16th. And again, you have to register for those events individually. And the difference between the two classes, we don't mix those classes because vocabulary is very different for kids who are in kindergarten and first grade. Their experience with the world and their understanding of the things they've learned is different. So the younger kids get a very scaled back version of what we do, and the older kids get a lot more vocabulary. They're doing more things. They're adding more, ingredients to whatever we're making. If we're making a, project that has vinegar blowing up with baking soda, then they get to add those ingredients, where I kind of limit the ones that the younger kids do, simply because they tend to overfill things,
Right.
underfill things, and then the experiments don't work. And so you want everybody to have a real positive experience, so you have to work with that different age group. So Wacky Wonders is on July 2nd and July 16th. Register individually. You can do it online, as I said. You can call us on the phone, and you can stop at the desk in person and register for any of those events. And both of those classes are at 2:30 in the afternoon, as I said, and they end 45 minutes later at 3:15. So that's happening. What else? Oh, our game club. So we have two different game clubs as well. Mm-hmm. One for elementary school kids, 2nd through 5th grade, and that is going into those grades in the summertime. So Junior Video Game Club starts at 2 p.m. on July 14th. And we have 2 switches. We play games. It's a cooperative play, which means y'all have to agree upon the game you're playing. And then sometimes, because last time we had, I think, like 14 or 15 kids in that age range, 2nd to 4th grade, we had to switch
Right.
controllers back and forth. And so they're very good about that. You just got to give them a time limit and say it's time to switch, and they hand it off, or they want to go get snacks, and so they'll hand off. They're very generous with each other. They're generous with their knowledge with each other, too. We have some kids who come in and they don't know how to play the Switch at all.
Right.
And so there are a lot of kids that do know how, and because it's cooperative play, I say, would you mind showing him? And they're like, no, of course. So they're really good about that, too. So you don't have to know how to play to come and play.
That's great.
You will have someone help you out. Sometimes it's me or Miss Elisa, who's our volunteer, who helps. And we muddle through because both of us know how to play a little bit, but we're not the experts that some of our kids are.
Right.
So
Yeah, they really know.
they really do. And the Teen Video Game Club is for kids who are going into 6th grade through 12th grade, senior entering high school in the fall. And that is the same premise. It's cooperative play. They're really good about playing together. I have one young man who likes to play music on his phone, and he plays Al Yankovic's Greatest Hits. And the kids all know all the words.
Wow.
So I was listening to them sing Amish Paradise the other day, and it was really funny. But we have snacks. Sometimes they help me out with gameplay, because I don't know what I'm doing. And not with what they play. I don't play Smash Bros. And I get in trouble for saying Smash Brothers. So, but they have a great time. And everybody is really good about being really cooperative. And I just kind of stay up front. We're all playing cooperatively. You got to agree on a game, and you got to, and you can wait. We can change games. I mean, it's up to you guys. But they all do a great job.
What do you think their favorite game is?
That is really hard. We have one group that plays on one Switch that has Mario Party on it with all the mini games.
Oh, sure.
And they love that, and that's a very dedicated group to that game. And the other group plays a mix of Smash Bros. And Mario Kart.
Sure, yeah.
And sometimes they're adventurous. They try and play a different game. I've never heard so many kids of that age squeal while trying to play a cooking game. Get the plate, get the plate, get the plate! Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I have a blast listening to them play. So we have a special event coming up. We have a music event with Mike Schultz, who is an accordion player. He plays polka music. He's from Wisconsin, and he's going to come and do a concert for us on July 23rd, which is a Thursday at 1 p.m. It'll be in the meeting room at the library. And he's got a wonderful PowerPoint presentation. Apparently he's written a book in the last 3 years
Oh,
since we've
wow.
seen him. So he's going to do a wonderful little concert for us. And it's all kid music to polka. So it's really fun. He's truly one of the most kind gentlemen I've ever met. So he's really good with the kids.
I'm glad to have him back.
Yep, absolutely. And wrapping up our lineup for events, we have movies. We show movies in the afternoon. On the 10th, Friday, the 10th, we'll be showing Zootopia 2, which I'm very excited about, and I'm going to miss because I won't be there. But I think it'll be a wonderful time. We serve popcorn. And we ask kids to bring water bottles. And we do have a drinking fountain if you kind of stumble into the movie and you get a bag of popcorn and you did not bring a water bottle, which happened last Friday. And then on the 24th, we'll show The Wild Robot. The movie starts at 2 p.m. I try not to show a movie that goes anywhere after like an hour and 40 minutes, just because attention spans kind of stray. But the good news is we have all of our toys still set up in the room and the craft table. Yeah. So anybody who kind of like walks away from the movie ends up at the Lego table or with the blocks. And so they're listening at the same time and they stop and watch different things. So it works out really, really well showing the movie upstairs in the children's room, which is where we have our movies. So again, that's Friday, July 10th and Friday, July 24th. 2 p.m. and I'll be there with popcorn for one of them, at least. There'll be someone else to show the movie on the 10th. Really. It won't just happen by itself. And last but not least, we decided to do escape rooms. I decided to do escape rooms, I guess, this summer. And we are having another one. We had one in June. July 30th, we're going to do an escape room. I'm still working out how to do small teams. We had one large team last time, and I think half of them sang, played with bones, made jokes, and kind of followed along with what was going on. And then we had like 4 dedicated people, and the space doesn't really lend itself to having more than maybe 4 at a time. So I'm trying to work out how we can kind of do teams.
Yeah, it's a new program, so we want to
Very new
experiment
program.
a little bit.
We are going to experiment a little bit. But I've extended the time that we have the space to do it in. So we'll see. I'm kind of thinking about maybe the noise canceling headphones and an activity for the first group to do. And so cross your fingers. And then cross your fingers that I get all the codes to the boxes correct this time, because they were all messed up, which was a little frustrating, but the kids had fun anyway, and they did a really marvelous job. So that is July 30th, and that is a Thursday. We're going to start at 2 p.m., and our run time is going to be about 2 hours, and we hope to have 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on how many kids sign up, groups of kids go through. And it's going to be about Area 51.
Ooh, interesting.
So I'm really excited. Not that I like aliens or anything.
Kids do.
Yes,
They're
they
very
do.
curious about them.
Yes.
Can you remind us one more time when they should come in to finish their summer reading program?
Yes. So the last day to read that you could possibly read would be August 2nd, and then that's a Sunday. And so on Monday, August 3rd, is when we will start accepting the completed reading records, completed from when you start, because we had kids sign up today. And they're
That's
just,
fine.
they're just going to go from week 4 through the end. And it's absolutely wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So August 3rd, Monday, August 3rd through Saturday, August 8th, you can come in and turn in your reading record for your prize package.
Now, if my family's on vacation that week, what should I
So
do?
call me. If you know you're not going to be in town and you want to finish, we can finish you out a little early on the premise that you'll finish on your own on vacation. But I can get all your information and make sure that you, have a book or a selection of books to choose from and a grand prize ticket in the grand prize drawing. And that's really what people are more concerned about Sometimes, the book is like, well, whatever, but I want to be in the drawing. So, and this year you do want to be in the drawing because I'm giving away lots and lots of things. We won't be doing a dinosaur theme again for a while. So I have some things I'm not going to store for 6 years. And I'm going to give those away. We have a couple of 4-foot stand-up dinosaur cardboard cutouts, and then we've got blow-up dinosaurs. I had someone today pick the one she wanted out and said, could you save that for me? I said, you haven't finished and you haven't won yet, so I don't know. And just lots of other fun stuff that I have left over that I'm going to be giving away.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting. We are going to have 4 grand prizes, but lots of little prizes too. So if you get a call and say, come and pick up something from the library, you won, you get to come and pick what you want to win. So,
Nice.
yes. So I think that's it for me.
Well, that's plenty. That's a busy month.
It always sounds like it goes really fast and I'm not doing anything, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work and a lot of preparation, so thank you.
It's
You do
been a lot of fun. I really like, I mean, you worry, you fret, you get a little crazy and your mind looks like a bunch of papers flying in the air. And it all works out anyway, somehow, so.
Yeah. And for the listeners, Kathryn mentioned that you can register for the registered programs on our website, which is newulmlibrary.org, or you can call the library 507-359-8331.
And those are the Creative Kids, the Wacky Wonders, and the Teen Escape Room.
Yes.
I need you to register for those.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk a little bit about adult programs.
Cool.
We have 2 new programs in July that I wanted to highlight. The first is the Mirandola group. This is the second time they visited the library, and they'll be doing a free 45-minute vocal recital for us, featuring a cappella choral music, and they're focusing this time on early American hymns.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a really nice job. And some of those songs will be focusing on celebrating the 250th anniversary of American independence. So that'll be on Friday, July 10th at 3:30 p.m. here in the library's meeting room. It's open to the public. Everyone's welcome to join us. And they've been performing since 2011 together, and they're Minnesota-based. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I bet they've been here before.
Yes, I think maybe last summer around
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah. I remember, I hear beautiful music upstairs in the children's room because of the stairwell. Just all filters up. So I am lucky that way in most regards.
And then the second new program that we'll have in July is Voter 101. So this is a partnership with the library, Turner Hall, and the League of Women Voters,
Okay.
the New Ulm chapter. And the voter outreach director with the Office of Minnesota Secretary of State, Steve Simon, will be here. Her name is Melanie Haslip. And that'll be Wednesday, July 29th, actually at Turner Hall.
Okay.
Yep, in their event space. And so she'll be talking about voter registration, facts and figures about voting in Minnesota, voter education, those kind of things. So it's a really great program to kind of make sure that you're getting the correct information about voting. So that'll start with a social at 5 p.m. And we'll have beer and soft drinks provided by Turner Hall.
Cool.
And snacks provided by the League of Women Voters.
It's always on a day I can't go.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday. There's a popular days to do things in town.
Yeah.
Always here.
And Melanie Haslip will talk from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. So we invite everyone to join us for that. They are asking that you register if possible for that, just so they know how much food and drink to have available. So you can do that at 507-354-2022. Again, that's not required, but it is appreciated that you register. We also have our adult book groups meeting each month. The first one is our Litwits book group, and they meet on Monday, July 6th at 6:30 p.m. And this time they'll be talking about Isola by Allegra Goodman. So I hadn't heard of this book before, but it's about a 16th century girl born to wealth and gentility, and then she is orphaned and abandoned on a small island all all alone. And so it's kind of about how she survives the
goodness.
elements and then the mental stress of being alone.
Wow.
So it should be an interesting discussion. Copies of that book can be picked up at our service desk. We also have our poetry group meeting. They meet on the second Monday of each month at 6:30 p.m. And for this group, you don't have to bring or read a specific book. They just ask that each participant bring 2 or 3 poems that they'd like to share. So you can, read new poetry, go back to your favorite poets, and pick out some poets, and then they read aloud with the group and just discuss what you've decided to share. And if you write your own poetry, you're also welcome to share that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Get a little feedback on how people like your poem.
Yeah,
interpret your poem.
interpret it.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little bit different how we take things
Yes.
in.
Yes.
Our history book group meets on Tuesday, July 21st at 12 p.m., and they'll be discussing Realm of Ice and Sky, Triumph, Tragedy, and History's Greatest Arctic Rescue by Buddy Levy. And that is the story of the fight to be the first person to fly to the North Pole by airship.
There was a fight for that?
Yes. Sounds like 2 people were working together until they were not.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So those journeys were marked by disaster, death, and then accusations of cannibalism.
Oh.
Yeah. So it sounds like an intense story.
It sounds very intense.
And then our mystery book group meets on Monday, July 27th at 6:30 p.m. to discuss The Frozen People by Ellie Griffiths. And she's a favorite mystery author of some of our staff members.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, why do I know her name?
Yeah, she writes, I think, a couple different character series.
Cool.
But this one is The Frozen People, and this is about time-traveling cold case investigators. So they're investigating frozen cases, basically, because in this book they're going back to 1850s London to clear the name of a man who was entangled in a sinister group made of eccentric patrons of the arts. Yeah. It's quite the premise, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. It does.
But all copies of those books are available at our service desk for pickup, so you can come throughout the month to grab one if you'd like to participate in those groups. Mm-hmm. If you've never come before, you don't have to sign up. You can just grab the book and join us, and you don't have to come to every book group to be able to participate. You can come to just the books that
appeal to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Some people go to book groups having not read that book at all, just because they like to talk about things.
Yes.
I don't know. You could try it.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to, pick up something about the topic or the book, even if you haven't.
Yeah, if you're interested
to
in
the
it,
end
you
of
haven't
it.
been able to read it. Yeah.
In addition to our regularly meeting book groups, we also have our ongoing hobby groups. We have our needleworking group. They meet every Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. here in the meeting room. It's not a class, but it's open to all different types of needlework, whether you crochet, embroider, quilt, whatever your specific choice might be. It's designed for ages 16 and up, so those who are able to kind of work on their own projects and bring their own materials. And it's just to enjoy the fun of working on your projects with a group. Our nippling group also has kind of a similar structure, and they meet on every Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m. On the fiction floor of the library. And nippling is the bohemian art of bob and lace weaving.
Yes.
And they actually have exhibit at the Grand right now in the art gallery space.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in seeing some of their artwork and artwork by past lace weavers, take this opportunity to see it.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but I don't think I could do it.
I don't have the patience for that level of detail work.
Mm-mm. Someone showed me her tools. She was just joining, and I said, "Oh, that's a lot of work." The reason I don't knit or crochet is because you have to keep track of what you're doing, and I just can't.
Yeah, they have a kind of, I'm not sure what the technical term is, but it kind of looks like some kind of
Looks like a little pin cushion.
or
a bigger pin cushion.
But then they're
So
keeping track of several bobbins that they're moving in and out, and it's amazing what they can create with it.
It is. It's fascinating.
Our Magic the Gathering group won't be meeting in July due to the Independence Day holiday. We're closed on July 3rd and July 4th, but they will be meeting again August 1st, which is their typical date, the first Saturday of the month. And they meet from 12 to 4 p.m. And if you're not familiar with Magic the Gathering and want to join, that's great. They welcome new players. But Magic the Gathering is a game where you take turns playing cards, and you use your cards to summon monsters, cast spells, and try to defeat your opponent through gathering points with those actions. So like I said, everyone's welcome. You don't have to have Magic the Gathering cards to come play. They have those available to share with you. They do ask that anyone who is under age 16 bring their parent or guardian with them, just so they have, those responsible adults with them in the room. We also have our chess club meeting on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 7:45 p.m. downstairs in our fiction area. Everyone is welcome to that. That's open to all ages, and you don't have to be an avid chess player. You can be a beginner to join that group as well. And we have a group of all ages who are joining us right now for that, and they have a lot of fun.
They do.
Mixing up opponents and learning new things and helping each other gain more skills.
It's a great group.
A lot of fun. And then finally, we have our New Ulm Film Society continuing its series of musical films this month, and they'll be watching Singing in the Rain on Tuesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. So that they're picking a film from each decade between the 1930s and the 2010s. So this series will actually continue through January of 2027.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And so this month they're in the 1950s, and they'll be watching Singing in the Rain with Gene Kelly. Yeah. But everyone's welcome to join that. They do a little bit of an introduction before the film, led by Clay Schultz of the New Ulm Journal or Stephen Sherman of Newcat. And then after they watch the film together, then there's a chance to discuss what you've watched and things, observations you've made, and learn a little bit more about the film and musicals in general.
That's really neat.
So as you can see, we've got a lot going on in the library during July. Busy month for adults and children. So we want to invite you to join us. All of this information can also be found on our website. If you go to newulmlibrary.org and choose library events, you can access our calendar. And if you have any questions, feel free to stop by the library or give us a call at 507-359-8331. We do have an email newsletter that we send out each month with this information. You can sign up for that at our website, or also follow us on Facebook. So thanks for joining me, Kathryn.
Thank you.
Have a busy
Appreciate
July.
Yes. Happy July.
We'll see you next time.